All right, let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Cool. Cool. We're good. We're recording. Awesome. Welcome back, YouTube. So I just woke up and I just started making videos again, and I saw we got the first Descendant hotfix update already here. So I wanted to like do the update, give you my live reaction, and let you know what I think about it because I'm hoping that they address certain concerns I have about the game instantly. At least the future of it. It doesn't have to be immediate, but let's talk about it. So this update actually came out July 11th, so today, Thursday. Don't know when you plan on getting to this video, but let's talk about it. So, content improvements. It seems they added the start public operation function matchmaking to infiltration operations hard. Start public operation is available even if you change the selected reward, but if you select an additional option, only start private operation will be available. That's actually huge, man. That's actually pretty fucking huge. Oop, excuse my French, YouTube. Hopefully YouTube doesn't demonetize me for that, whatever. But that's actually pretty huge. So, if you didn't know, when you get to hard mode difficulty, whenever you're trying to do operations, you are only able to do it solo. You couldn't do it with a group unless you had like a pre-made fire team. So like if you had a fire team, you could go in and do it with like a private team. But like if you were solo and you went to go do an operation, unlike a normal difficulty where you can get some buddies to speed run the missions and stuff like that, you couldn't do so. And I imagine the reason why that was like the whole thing was because there's a scoring system in the hard mode operations, and how the scoring system works is you can apply debuffs to yourself and buffs to the enemies so you can get higher scores when you kill them. And at the end of the mission, it'll add up all your score that you got from killing things, from completing a mission and stuff like that, and it'll give you guaranteed drops based off your score. So I imagine that's why it was in private for a long time, but some people really needed to do it with others so they can get their amorphous, but they didn't have a fire team, so that kind of sucks. So like if you were a solo person and have a friend, you were screwed. So this is kind of nice that like you can kind of like now go in and try to farm operations on hard mode difficulty with other people with high gear and hopefully get some of the rewards at a better rate, rather than just trying to solo yourself and struggle, because it's hard, man. It really is hard. Uh, Going into the director's comment about it, let's see what they have to say. They said, the dev team acknowledges the community's concern about the monotonous patterns of named monsters and strives to enhance them. In particular, we've noted that the pattern involving breaking spears in a specific order isn't appropriate for public matching and have decided to remove it immediately. Let's go! That's huge, bro! That's awesome! Yo, fuck them orbs, man. Fuck them orbs. You don't understand how annoyed I would get playing these matches, and I'm like, I just want to kill this boss. I just want to kill this boss. And then the boss orbs would be like in a certain pattern or to go immune or whatever the case may be. And you got to tell your randoms, like, hey, man, we got to shoot the orbs in the pattern that they're spawning in. We can't just destroy them in any way, right? And they're just still shooting. So, like, he stays in the immunity phase for way too long. I hated that. It makes me so mad, right? And again, it's no fault to the community for people not knowing the mechanic behind it, because the game never explains it. You just have to figure that out, kind of thing, which is like, I guess it's okay, but it is frustrating at the end of the day, right? Especially when you're in hard mode and you got a boss mechanic that literally has a one-shot mechanic. No matter how much armor, defense, health you have, he's just gonna one-shot you because that's just part of the mechanic, right? And then you gotta farm a 20% drop rate. That's gonna take you like 30 tries because you're not gonna get that 20% drop rate every like 1 to 5 tries, right? So that's really nice. That's huge. I'm happy. Thank you, Nexon. That's a W. As new patterns are developed, we will soon update the patterns of existing named monsters one by one. As named monsters frequently appear in hard difficulty and special operations, we will continue working towards diversifying their patterns. No complaints. I have no complaints about that. Okay, we'll see how it goes. All right. Increase the quantity of rare basic materials dropped from encrypted vaults threefold. God damn! See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see right there. Threefold? 3 times more drops? Thank you. Make it easier for me to farm freaking activators, man. That's what I need. Because in order for me to get activators for you guys, so I can actually try to properly build characters, I have to go and farm these stupid vaults. I gotta go do it. And it sucks, because it takes me out of my way from doing other things that I want to do. And sometimes I don't feel like doing it. I'll be honest. I'm very lazy. I'm a lazy dude. I'm just like the rest of you. I just want to go and just kill things, shoot stuff, blow things up, and just have fun, right? And go in and go do a hack thing, a hack little mini game, and I gotta go get materials like the code breakers and all that stuff. So I gotta go farm code breakers, do a mission, kill a bunch of elites, pray it drops, hopefully get a bunch of them, then all of a sudden go in the open world, go look for a vault, crack the vault, just to get a small bit. Oh my god, it is a very tedious grind. Because then on top of that, I now also have to go and do amorphous patterns to try to hope I get that 3% drop on the activator blueprints, which fucking sucks. I'm saying a lot of F bombs, but I don't care, bro. That's just how I speak. This is why I'm not good for YouTube. But so yeah, so I am happy to see threefold. That'll speed up my farming process a little bit more. So hopefully I can properly get that up and going and get some activators and stuff like that. I just not have to farm blueprints. The elite Vulgus that appear in field missions and infiltration operations will now drop them too. I like that. I like that a lot. Keep it coming. Let's see what's next. That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Because thank you. That's how it should be. The most efficient way to farm rare basic materials is still through encrypted vaults, but for those who prefer hunting monsters, we have updated field missions and infiltration operations to drop these materials too. Thank you. The dev team will closely monitor the overall farming status and do our best to create a joyful environment for all our descendants. Reduce the time from 2 90-second to 2 60-second occupations for the Kingston Vulgus data transmitter hacking mission. Improve the battle pass supply drop button's visibility by redesigning it in the format of the bonus shop banner. I'm not really too worried about this. I'll be honest. My priority isn't there. Let's see. Do they got any like meat and potatoes here? The director's comments. I'm gonna read this because I'm sure people are curious. You can get season limited skins for free from the battle supply shop. Complete preseason challenges to claim your special skins. Now, when you say you can get season limited skins for free, Nexon, do you mean I can get like character skins or weapon skins? I need to know. Because we're talking about character skins. Oh boy. Yeah, give me that. Give me that for sure. 100%. Now, I'm not going to hype myself up yet. I haven't logged into the game. So by the time this video shoots out, just know I have not logged into the game yet. I'm just hoping that is. I'm sipping at copium. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's read next. Updated the library window from closing when the map is opened and closed through the acquisition information pop-up. Improve the duration of party invitation messages to make them easier to confirm and accept. Improve the duration of the Descendant instructors lines. Okay, cool. No complaints there. Many Descendants have commented that the Descendant instructors dialogue contains many useful game tips. Currently, it's not possible to revisit previous dialogues, but we are planning to fix this. We'll continue to make improvements so that Descendants can easily access the information they require. Okay, so good quality of life improvement. That's nice. Okay, cool. And then you just move the guide NPC you meet after first arriving in Albion closer. Okay, cool. I don't know. Honestly, I have nothing to say about that. Just cool. Moving on. Optimization improvements. Improve the stability of the shader preparation process by reducing the CPU load during shader generation. That's cool. That's really cool because it does take me a little while to load in, even though this game is on my SSD. Updated. Due to shader optimization, shader has to be generated again and may take some time depending on the device. Currently, we are actively monitoring this issue, and if you encounter issues with a 13th or 14th gen Intel, please refer to Intel's official guide. Cool. Lower GPU memory usage when set at high or higher quality. Really? So will this make it easier for me to play this game in high? Because if so, I might do so. Because I do have a 3060, and I miss kind of playing the game in high graphics. Fix an issue where character skins were displayed abnormally in low graphic settings intermittently during extended play. I hope this fixes the screen tear I had last night. I know this is talk about skin, but like last night, if you were watching the stream, I was doing the operation and like my screen was literally just like stretching. It was so weird. It made me think my graphics card was like blowing up or something. But I have a 3060, so I hope not. Fix the bug that allowed frame limits to be set when using NVIDIA and AMD frame generation. Cool, cool. So these are some good quality updates right here. No complaints. Descendants. Fix an issue where Descendants could not get out of down but not out when their HP was below minus 100% from module settings. I did not know that was a thing. That's kind of cool. Fix an issue where Kyle would occasionally go up into the air when using superconductivity thrusters during repulsion dash. Fix an issue where Esimo cannot get back up while using Arcade Explosion and being inflicted with a knockback. Okay. So these are like some quality life. I've never experienced these things. Granted, I don't have Kyle or Esimo, and I never use this module that will give me this glitch. So if this is something you guys experience, well, congratulations. They apparently fixed it. Let me know how it goes. If you experienced this and if they did fix it or not. Hopefully they did. Now, this part I am curious about too because it says module, so my little nerd radar is going off. So let's read it. Fix an issue where the increase in firearm attack per stack in the sharp precision shot module was summed instead of multiplied. Ooh. You're giving me a multiplier? Fuck yeah, dude. I'll totally take that shit. I might have to play around with that module now. Because some of the modules, like, this is a video I want to upload, and I talk about this a lot, especially if you follow me on Twitch. You'll probably hear me complain about this a lot. There's a lot of information inside this game that feels blatantly wrong, false, or just inaccurate, right? Like, and some values that also are displayed also feel incorrect. Like, for example, the Fallen Hope, it says it has a 12% crit ratio in base, and at 12% crit, it crits like a monster. Like, it just always crits. So I don't know if it's like an old value that they had from like a long time ago and they just implemented it like into the game like when they updated it and they just changed the SKU, but like the actual value didn't change. Because I don't know, like that thing has a lot of crit on it. Same thing with like a couple other guns, like Tamer. My Tamer crits a lot too. And I really don't have any crit modules on my Tamer whatsoever, and my Tamer will crit a lot, right? So there's that. So I don't know. Maybe someone in chat might know what's going on with that. I'll go more in detail about that later and talk about some other things and like my own headcan tinfoil hat theory. But there's a lot going on there. Fix an issue where a weapon's attribute damage did not apply damage over 100,000. So this makes me think, my baby girl Freyna. You mean to tell me I can finally push over 100,000 damage over time? I went to go use my Freyna weapon at one point, and I had a dot tick procced on an enemy for like 89k or like 90k or some shit like that. And I was thinking to myself, and I was like, what if I made it like a 100k dot tick? And now I'm curious, when I actually finish buffing my Freyna, will I actually push over 100k dot ticks now? Because that would be insane. If so, Haktua Girl is taking a massive W. This is like a buff. I don't know. That's just how I'm reading. I'm reading it like a buff. Like, well, actually, wait, hold on. Let me reread this again. Let me shut up. Let me shut up and reread this again. Fix an issue where a weapon's attribute damage did not apply damage over 100,000. Now, again, it's like, the only reason why I think this might be a buff to Freyna is because her 4 ability, like we spoke about before, snapshots whatever module she got on her gun as a stat stick. And I don't know if they actually classify her weapon in this category, because it technically does its own attribute, right? It is technically a weapon. It's also technically a skill, but it is dealing an attribute that procs damage over 100,000. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to play around with this. This might be a buff for Freyna. That's all I'm saying. It might be a buff. Don't know. Can't confirm. Someone have to get back to me if you're playing Freyna. Fix an issue where higher values were displayed as the ultimate gold option despite the reactor's skill cooldown and skill cost stats being preferable with lower values. Fix an issue where lower values were displayed as the ultimate gold option despite the weapon change speed stat being preferable with higher values. I'm actually confused about that, so I'm gonna leave that to the gurus, the smart people. Field. Fix an issue where amorphous material pattern 118 and shape stabilizer form 8 were not dropped at Frozen Valley, Vulgus, Strategic Outpost, and Fortress. Hard. Okay. Fix an issue where Elite Vulgus and the White Knight Gulch Upper Hatchery battlefield missions did not drop rewards. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So if you're out there and you're farming those rewards, nice. Now you should definitely be getting them. Fix an issue where monster spawning was interrupted at some Vulgus Strategic Outpost. Okay, that's good too. More quality of life things there. Definitely get them up and running so we can farm them. Because boy, do we have to do a lot of farming. Instance Dungeon. Fix an issue where Vesper's resource box materials were dropped from Echo Swamp, Agna Desert, White Knight Gulch, Hagios, and Fortress Infiltration Operation resource boxes. Okay, I can see how that can kind of be annoying to some people because you're trying to get a specific loot, but you're getting all this other stuff. But at the same time, I can also see the benefit of like getting it everywhere else because now you just have like a oversupply of it. So the things that require that now, you'll be able to just craft effortlessly because you have so much of it if you were farming these. So it depends on how you look at it, right? I haven't done too much resource box materials. I just recently started doing it. But if you're like someone who's hardcore about this, I guess that just depends on you and how you feel, whether you like that change, whether you don't like that change. Uh, I think it might be nice, make it more consistent overall. Research. Fix an issue where the core materials of Ultimate Descendants were incorrectly displayed as rare instead of Ultimate tier. Okay, just minor stuff. Miscellaneous. Fix an issue where the go-to title screen menu was displayed with the same phrase as exit game. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna. Oh, this is French. Never mind. Never mind. This is French stuff. So this might have affected me because I be getting confused sometimes. I just want to go to the title screen and only see exit game, but that this could be something entirely different. It says this for French. But let's read the final thing. It has come to our attention that the community is worried about possible nerfs to Tamer and Gley's infinite magazine builds. This meta is very strong, but since it is within the scope of what the dev team has planned, there are no immediate plans to do so. Yes! Don't touch my baby girl no more. In addition, some weapons are more powerful than Tamer, and there are a variety of character builds that rival Gley's infinite magazine, so please enjoy them fully. We've been looking forward to seeing Descendants use creative builds to take down powerful Colossi swiftly, so we're quite delighted to see this in action now. We are well aware that as many Descendants begin farming in earnest, various discussions are taking place regarding drop rates. There is no variable drop rate system in the first Descendant. We are using the fixed rates displayed in the game. The dev team has reviewed the acquisition rates across all servers and confirmed that they are dropping according to the rates displayed. We are currently working on various measures to ensure the community can trust the dev team, such as disclosing item drop amounts for each content. And we also prepare ways to improve the farming experience. The first Descendant will continue to communicate transparently and honestly. All right, cool. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I ain't gonna lie, man. As much as I love Nexon so far, shout out to Nexon for actually shooting out some hot fixes as fast as they have been moving. But that is some load of like buttocks, bro. That is a bunch of buttocks. Because either I got the worst luck in the world, or that's some buttocks right there, bro. Let me tell you, I had farmed Freyna and Sharon and a couple of others at a 20% drop rate. That means 1 out of every 5 tries, right? How probability worked. At least 1 out of every 5 tries, I should at some point have gotten Freyna. And maybe a little bit more. Even if you want to argue just slightly more than average, right? So like say we were like to do like a basketball court thing, and I'm like, yo, Timmy, like on average, right, has a 20% freaking score rate, right? He could hit a 3-point 20 at 20%. There's a 20% chance he's gonna do it. And let's say like we run the test back and back multiple times. 1 out of every 5 baskets he should hit, right? But sometimes he may go over that and may hit, and it may take him like 6, 7. Tell me why, on average, so far, from my experience, the 20% drop rates I was farming for all the parts and pieces I wanted, I had to farm that same mission at least, no exaggeration, and counting, 30 times. 30 times. That's crazy talk. So I don't know. Maybe you guys got better luck than me, but I don't know. It took me 30 times to get 1 drop for something that was 20%. And that's why it's taking me so long to get characters and level them up and all this stuff, because the drop rates just feel wrong. Like, they don't feel correct at all. But like, they are saying they're looking at it, so that's good. That's a really good thing. Hopefully we definitely see this come in. Like, we get like some kind of like protection system or something. Especially because like activators are like 3%, bro, and that's the main thing I want. Like, I really need that right now. So there's something else in this comment that I want to mention too. Oh, small note. This is something that's very important. I'm really happy that devs realize this too. I'm happy that they're not going to nerf Gley any further. And I'm happy that they also address the fact that there are descendants and weapons out there that's stronger, because a lot of people will make a statement and just go off the YouTube statement, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I love my YouTube content creators. I understand our job, or well, their job, because I'm not really a YouTuber. Their job as the creators is to find ways to capture your attention and bait you in. So like they'll make a statement and say something like, "This is like the best weapon. This is like the best build. This is this and this is that," and people will take that for face value, and they'll just run with it, right? They'll just say, "Well, this person seems very knowledgeable, so this has to be the best." But it's like, I'm gonna tell you from my experience playing these games, the best will always change. And there's builds out there that they probably haven't gotten to yet that you can create. So stay tuned. I'm about to upload a video soon talking about how to create your own builds and how you can make your own build from scratch, right? And suit your needs and cater to whatever situation you're in. But anyways, I'm going to cut this video off because it's getting too long and I don't want to waste your time. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. Leave a comment down below what you think about the patch notes, what you're looking forward to the first Descendant. What do you want to see in the future from Nexon? And I'll see you over on Twitch. Have a good one, guys.